Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome. Okay, on BuzzFeed,
Good
there was an
BuzzFeed.
article that 19 women are sharing their ex's quirks that they realized later on, once the relationship and all these ended, they are no more.
Okay.
But they didn't realize till after it was ended that they were red flags. They weren't quirks.
Take those rose-colored glasses off, baby.
So, number one, he lied on our first date. I'm quoting them. It was a small thing. He called her the wrong name, but the names were similar. So like
Charlotte and Scarlett.
Yeah, Whitney and Brittany or something like that.
Okay.
So she kind of didn't
think
about it, but he turned out to be a massive liar. He just lied all the time about everything. He lied when telling the truth was easier, because, and he was a gaslighter because with this one, she said something like, "Oh, I'm not Brittany, I'm Whitney." And he said, "I didn't call you." He gaslit her. He wouldn't admit it.
I didn't call you that.
So he was like that the whole time. Every time you call him out on,
imagine how exhausting. Okay.
He used to buy things that he liked, like chocolate, which she wasn't that crazy about it. But he would buy it and then say, "Oh, look what I bought you. Look what I did for you." But then he would end up eating it all. It was for him.
It was for him.
But anyway. He just trying to...
That's
I don't even know what you call that.
That's a psychological warfare. It's usually narcissists do that, but okay.
Okay, number 3.
A-hole.
When a song came on the radio that she liked, he would change the channel and pretend he couldn't find it again and laugh. And he would do it all the time. All the time. So, you're enjoying this, might be your favorite little song. He'd have changed radio and then, "Oh, what channel was that? What station?" And then it came It's mean.
But see, my laugh tells me why I'm divorced.
Well, the laughing too.
Oh no, him laughing at me. And I'd have went upside his head and laughed at him.
Because I'm kind of giving you a break the first time. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, the first time you don't realize that it's an issue.
That is, "Oh, did you like it?" And then, okay, I'm going to give you that pass. But then a continual thing, every time you do it, every time her song comes on, every time it's a station she enjoys, you changing it, and then laughing. The laughing is what's
laughing would have taken me over the edge.
Yeah.
Y'all don't follow me. Follow Jesus. I tell y'all all the time.
Okay, number 4. He told me to stop wearing makeup to work. So that was the first thing. You know how they say, "Oh, you're so cute, you don't need makeup." So she took it as a compliment.
Okay.
But then he just started making little digs. First it was the makeup thing. Then it was kind of making fun of her clothes or little jabs about how her appearance.
Her attire. Okay.
And then he got onto the hair, because this is an African American girl. And he's telling her that when she's with him, that he wants her to wear her hair straight, not natural. And he said it wasn't professional, and he just didn't.
So
like
you're
it.
not my employer,
right? Then he every time. Was it this one? Yes. Okay. So it just escalated to everything about her. And then he told her he was coming to her job to see if she had makeup on. So it escalated to that point where he was controlling everything about her attire.
Do you know how weird that is to go to someone's job to monitor
he would tell her,
wearing?
"Don't wear makeup to work tomorrow, and I'm going to check."
Oh.
And then he would just show up to see if she had makeup on and stuff. And then it was like a whole thing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Psycho crazy.
Yes.
Okay, this person, this is a new one, number 5. She noticed when they weren't even official yet. They were just kind of, talking.
In the getting there stage.
Yes. And so, she'd get a phone call or a text, and she'd glance at her phone, and she noticed him really staring at her phone, trying to read it, basically. And she thought that was very odd because she's the type when somebody gets a message or thing, she looks away. Like, I don't want to.
It's not my business.
Invade your privacy type thing. But he's the opposite. So then fast forward a few months, and he would constantly go through her phone. He would snoop through her social media to see what she was doing or posting or whatever. He hacked into her accounts, y'all, so he could go through her messages. And he was making constant accusations about...
No, you're crazy.
Right? Wait,
first off, when you said hack, my face was like, wait.
Then
what?
I'm thinking, okay, so you see, first it's like going through the phone, then it's snooping in media. Right, like I'm saying, how did you get to the hack? Because on that second one, I'd have been like,
and we just ended our relationship.
Yes, like done. When he just too in your stuff and you're not like that, like, wow. Okay, number 6. The girl saying that she asked the boyfriend or the guy she was potentially dating about religion. And he said he was trying to figure it all out. Like, he didn't have really a preference yet. He was still working on it. And she said that she was not religious and didn't plan to raise her kids in any particular, denomination or religious.
Any type of religious atmosphere.
Yeah. So they broke up 6 months later. And he went deep into his feelings about Jesus. Then this is the mistake. She did a deep dive into his social media after breaking up. Now, we talked about that. Now, you should have done this before.
That is a preliminary situation.
And then she found out he was very religious. So, note to self, do a deep dive into their stuff, see what they're about.
And that's so surface level. I just feel like you should have already done that.
Right. And then
and nowadays, especially because people are so, things are just weird now. Do you know what I mean? Like, more and more people are not what they seem, unfortunately. Right. And my thing is, I would rather you look early and find nothing and laugh about it than not look. And then you've missed something really big.
Well, and the thing, he just out and out lied, because even if he was struggling in some of his, feelings and deciding, he could have said, I am struggling in this marriage, but I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Just say it.
But just thinking about like
kind of, I don't know. I'm still, I'm exploring, I'm whatever.
When he wasn't.
You're lying.
She ended up looking, and there was like a lot.
Yeah.
There was a case, just kind of thinking about that, of a guy. This was Louisiana, but the girl was from Texas. They met on some type of like interracial dating forum, not like a dating app, but like a forum, like a chat. Yeah. And because there's several, I don't want to mention the name, and I could be wrong. So her friends kept telling her, like, check his subs, see what all groups he subscribes to. So they go on a date. He murders her the first date.
Oh my gosh.
He was in groups asking how to dispose of bodies. Do Black people bleed differently than white people? Like, just looking at what he subscribed to, you immediately would be like, oh, okay, like, are you planning to kill someone Black? Like, what is going on? And then he had all these groups about like keeping white people pure, how he'd only have babies with white women. So it's like, if you just would have taken a look, and the girl's roommate was so devastated, and she was like, that's what, like, I just wanted her to look into him. She just was too excited to go on this date, but I needed her to look into him. And it was so scary when they read.
So you need to know them before you start giving out information.
Yes.
Too.
Yes.
Like, don't, you need to meet people somewhere. Don't give your phone number. Don't, be cautious and be safe.
Yeah.
Okay. 7. This is the girl speaking. When I was in grad school, my ex and I were living together. It was a Friday night, and he had been drinking but ran out of beer and asked if I'd drive him to the store. So we went to the store. He got his beer. She picked up some ice cream. We paid separately because he just went into that. That's another red flag. Like, I'm not, it's a 50-50 thing.
I drove you to the store. Buy this damn ice cream.
Right.
Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
Okay, when they got home, he grabbed the grocery bags to take it into the apartment, and he'd also bought some food items that needed to be refrigerated and set them down on the counter. She asked him if he was going to put the food away, and he said, sure. So She took a shower, went to bed. When she woke up the next morning, the grocery bags were on the counter. So she went to throw them away, only to find that he had put everything but her ice cream up.
Girl.
So he said it was yours. When she asked him about it, it was yours. Why would I put it away? So she looked truly dumbfounded as to why he looked like, why are you upset? So later she discovered that he never wanted to own a home or have kids because both were too much work. And she had already told him that she wanted both of those
Guys,
things.
Lisa has a whole theory about this, and we won't go into it this episode, but your whole thing about that's too much work for them because they're lazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, then,
but he was also vindictive. That's mean.
But then when she asked, are you going to put the food away? To me, that implied her just everything.
Clearly, it means everything.
Yeah.
And who leaves ice cream out?
He should have said, my stuff.
But then talk about how selfish that he put up everything. And not just, that was a vindictive, that was weird.
That was mean. Even though she used her gas in her car to take him, now mind you.
To get more beer, which you didn't need.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Making comments about how guys were supposedly staring at me while we were out in public. He'd always say, this is number 8, a whole new guy. He would always say in a joking way, but I knew it wasn't a joke, and he was obviously insecure. It turned into, are you going to wear that? Are you cheating on me? She's saying he was cheating on her, it turns out, which that's kind of a projection.
Every chance, every single time. Every time I've ever known someone that does that, they're the one that's cheating.
So honestly, he was a giant red flag, and she's sorry she didn't notice sooner. So that kind of being jealous and don't wear that in public, and that's a red flag. 9, never had fun. He acted like a stick in the mud and would make fun of everyone for being so immature and not having their lives together. In reality, he just always needed to feel superior to everyone who was around. I'm quite sure that he's still offended that I have not crawled into a hole and died without him taking care of me. Apparently, my success and happiness without him upset him so deeply that he had to revert to living off of his father.
Oh, no. Poor baby.
Well, he was headed that way anyway.
He was headed that way anyway.
Number 10, he asked me to lie to his parents about something small in a way that made me look bad. Specifically, asked me to tell them I was arguing with him via text when he got into a fender bender.
Oh, my God.
He wants her to assume the responsibility for something that happened to him so he can look good to his parents.
This happened to me.
At the time, we just started dating, and I didn't really care that much what they thought of me, so she did it. He later used that and a few other similar instances to manipulate them into believing I was crazy, jealous, etc., all the bad things when they broke up. He was really playing the long con. At the time these instances happened, we were perfectly happy together, but he was still hedging his bets. If someone asks you to lie for them, even about something that doesn't seem like a big deal, it's a total red flag.
That happened to me.
Oh, to lie to the parents?
The exact same thing.
Oh my gosh.
So the person had a car accident and lied to me. But then when I went to look at the car, it didn't make sense. Like, what you said happened, the damage would be different. Mm-hmm. So I was like, wait, like, did you, you're not thinking they lied. So then it was, oh my gosh, because it was a brand new car, like brand new. Oh, my parents are going to freak out because that's who co-signed, that's who did the stuff, yada, yada. Okay, well, if you just tell them that you called me and like you were upset about something. And I was like, what? And so that was the thing, like, oh, just tell them you were upset.
So it's not my fault.
So that it doesn't fall on that person. So anyway, parents come, yada, yada. Excuse me. And I was like, I just didn't say anything. Because I was just like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not understanding why
you have to lie. Like, why?
So he tells them the same lie that he told me. And the parents, they're kind of frantic and they believe it. But his brother was like, the brother was just looking like,
that's not it.
That's not it. But when I tell you, would play both sides against the middle. And so that's kind of what she's saying. Yeah. Yeah. Would play both sides against the middle.
Red flags. These are all red flags.
These are all red flags.
11. Once my partner and I were tickle fighting each other and I was winning. So he said, stop, then grabbed my hair by the scalp and whipped my head back so hard my neck hurt for 2 days. He immediately started apologizing and said that wasn't what he meant to do, but because I had tickled him, it made him pull me harder than intended. Looking back, I remember the angry look in his eyes when he did it. It was definitely a moment when he got fed up and snapped. We weren't together much longer after a few more instances of him accidentally hurting me. These folks are insane.
I'm going to tell y'all, as a girl who grew up around a lot of guys, I think I have a lot of guy friends. I mean, even now I would say I have more guy friends than I have female friends. That accidental hurting it's the first time. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Because I have been in moments where I've flinched, or just, it would have been normal if they would have flailed or would have, it really would have been an accident. And when I tell you, most men who are not okay with hurting women are very good at reading it back in. Like, even if you are playing, you're doing all the jazz. And I'm a very athletic person. I to this day do a lot of athletic stuff. Anybody, the accidental hurt is a no.
Well, even people that accidentally say mean stuff, you know how they'll say, I'm just playing, or I didn't mean to do, or
but
whatever.
They had it in them to say it.
Any time you do any action, whether it's your mouth, it's your body, whatever you do accidentally, you meant that.
I'm telling you, I think it shows you what they have to suppress.
Right.
And one day they won't be able to suppress it. Right. They're not good at it.
Because it's coming out.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I won't name any names, but I can think of guys that I'm friends with to this day that, like, we've been playing, we've been whatever. And I kind of jump back and they're just like, oh no, like, it's just a no, like, that will never happen. And every time I hear about an accidental, they end up being an abuser. Yeah. Gosh, especially that bad to grab your hair from the scalp.
And then, y'all, if nothing else, learn to just leave. When stuff like this happens, don't be 6 months later. You know what I mean?
But notice this is an article about women. And I will say this of women, as a woman, we have got to stop giving chances and stop acting like this person is the end all be all. There are 50,000 other guys better than this guy. So let them go.
My grandmother used to say, men are like buses. If you miss one, another one's on the way. Now that's the truth.
That's the damn truth.
Okay.
And
girl. So, okay, number 12, when he would say, I try to be nice. At the time, I thought that was personal growth in the making, to be able to admit that. Turns out, no. He was walking red flag in very nice packaging. As someone who is nice, maybe to a fault, I never need to try. I want to be kind and help people, but trying to be nice isn't something I ever have to do.
Damn.
That's interesting.
That is. It's the suppressing thing.
Do. Isn't that it?
That is it. I'm trying to be nice. Go try it with someone else.
Okay, 13. He became wildly defensive during our first minor argument. He turned it around on me and I ended up apologizing. That's the first thing. I was shocked and confused because it happened so fast. It happened again not long after, and his response to my feelings was far more extreme. He absolutely lost it and started calling me names, telling me I was being crazy and that I had done way worse things to him. When I shared our conversation with a close friend who was also a therapist, she told me I was being gaslit. If someone can't handle slight criticism or refuses to apologize or take accountability for how they made you feel, not to mention actually giving a crap about how you feel, run.
Well, because they always care more about your reaction than what made you react.
Right.
You care about my reaction
too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm reacting this way because of what you did.
It's appropriately reacting. 14. She talked about her exes all the time. Turned out she'd misled me about how long it had been since her last breakup. And she still kept connections with exes she described as predatory. She was great in many ways, but still kept her past fully in our present. Lessons learned. 15. He would never let me have my moment. I'd play music I want to share. It was like a huge love language for me. This is the person talking. And he'd immediately have to play his song, which was typically different than the vibe of my song. For instance, I played something alternative and he'd choose a pop song from the 2000s.
Okay.
So I couldn't go back to showing him what I wanted. I wasn't bothered by it until one day when I wanted to sing a song I'd practiced. I used to sing professionally.
Okay.
And he got mad because he didn't know the lyrics and couldn't sing along. So he was competitive. Like, is it a competition thing?
Yeah. But dangerously so.
Yes,
like mine is better than yours.
Okay, 18. No, 16, sorry. They would get mad when I didn't text back fast enough. I thought it was just because they cared. No, they have control issues. Mm-hmm. Yes, disguising control as concern for your well-being. This is especially common with jealous, possessive, and insecure partners.
Yep.
Let's see. If you don't respond fast enough to a text, if you can't answer the second they call, they blow very upset.
I went to school with a girl like that, and you just watched her get so jumpy, so anxious, because he just would wear her out, and
it's abuse.
It was, and he would yell at her, cuss at her, and she really took it as caring, but it wasn't.
So that's a red flag, mm-hmm. And they do shroud it, and I'm just worried about you.
You didn't call me when you made it home. I just was worried. Yeah. But if it starts to escalate,
yeah. 17. He was incredibly resentful of any success I had. Ooh. He actively tried to interfere when I studied and tried to get me not to go to the awards ceremony when I was recognized for an accomplishment. When we got married, oh Jesus, he immediately quit his job and got ticked off when I insisted he pull his weight somehow. He accused me of looking down on him and said that I was very high and mighty. Lord, maybe because I thought he was a loser. I wasn't going to finance his life. He also constantly mooched off his mother. I couldn't even get him to go to the bank to deposit the checks himself. We were divorced in less than 2 years.
Yep.
He just didn't want to.
Just lazy. Well, he wanted another mom.
Yeah. 18. He wanted me to spend all my time with him and his friends. I was so dumb to be flattered. In reality, he just wanted to get rid of my friends, mm-hmm. and it worked. He had a few female friends who were not part of his actual friend group and never hung out with us. Yet he would flirt with them and talk about her, talk ugly things about her. Whenever she ran into one of them, they would tell him. So if the girlfriend ran into the girlfriend,
to one of the homegirls,
they would tell the boyfriend that she had bullied them, and he believed them, and it was the opposite. So he had toxic friends too. He was toxic, and he had toxic, which makes sense.
Which makes those birds of a feather.
19. He was a 30-year-old virgin who had never ever been in a relationship. But that's not the red flag. I asked why he hadn't been in a relationship, and he said that all the women he liked weren't into him. He elaborated the first woman he liked was in his gaming group, as was her husband. They flirted, but the husband found out, and they left the group. The ex was kicked out. The second, he didn't know for sure if she was dating someone else, but felt there were signs that she was. He pursued her, and she quickly announced that she was dating somewhere else. The third, a friend who was in a relationship. He drunkenly had his first kiss with her while she was with her boyfriend. He only ever liked women in relationships. I just thought, oh, poor guy. He has bad luck. No, he was emotionally distant for most of our relationship. Mm-hmm. And when they broke up twice, he blamed the girl and didn't talk to her, but requested that they still be friends, and had a fit when she said no. The second time we broke up for good,
are crazy.
He blamed me. A month or two later, he told my best friend he liked her and wanted to pursue something with her while they were still living together. She called and told the friend, and he lied, denied it, yada, yada.
They love it when they're stealing it, don't they?
Yes.
My gosh.
Well, that was commitment issues. Like he didn't want, like I wanted just,
Well, we're not going to say the name, but remember, you know who?
Yes.
And that was his issue. I was like, okay, wait. At some point, you have been with so many women that are married because that's your type. Right. You're not willing to admit it. But you've been with 4 women that were married.
You don't want
this
the pressure of a commitment, and that's safe. They got something else.
Because when you said
they want to be a side.
He flirted with a woman, but her husband was in the group too, I'm looking like, what?
I know. That's what my roommate used to say. You know, it ain't good unless you're stealing it. Child. And for some people, that's true.
Well, clearly,
yeah.
Because he loved that, but then when he had one to himself, he ain't want it. And let's be honest, he probably used her to lose his virginity, and then that was it.
Was it any wonder he was a virgin? I mean, no, everybody, you see what's going on.
He tried to make it out with these stolen
and he's making it look like folks are dumping, and they're dumping it for a reason.
Yeah, they already have someone. They're not even dumping you. You're just pursuing people.
Gosh. So listen to those red flags, and if these people very graciously share their stories,
and let's not judge them because
I don't want to judge them.
No, because
but
we don't know their age. We don't know their circumstances. And I'm gonna tell you, like you tell me about serial killers. They weren't bad to everybody.
Well, that's true.
They was charming to a lot. That's why every interview, they not. Yeah. So the interviews, oh no, he volunteered at our church. He saved my cat.
Friend.
He did this. He was my friend. And
everybody can have a moment of good.
Yeah.
But the thing that I will say, in reading these stories and hearing about them, make a note. Don't let it go on. You know what I'm saying? These people, they still get married. They're dating months. Don't let it go on. You know, be quick to walk away.
I have a guy friend who I think is pretty healthy, and I think he's a catch. And his thing was, you need to make a list of boundaries, and you need to make a list of must. Like you have your boundaries. This is how I'm going to maintain this. But then his things that it's a must, it's a deal breaker. He was like, you never compromise. There's no world in which you compromise on those things, because that's how people end up with someone who was kind of sort of okay, but they really weren't okay. And then you look back and there was something, just like the girl who he had her lie.
Oh yeah.
That's because he's a liar. He's untruthful.
Right.
And that's going to be the tone your whole relationship.
I could see that.
And even the guy, I'm sorry, at 30 years old, I don't care if you live in America, you could have went to the bar. You wouldn't be a virgin anymore. And I'm not, this is not me downing being a virgin. I'm saying he blamed it on, I have
everybody
bad
else,
luck.
They're dumping
but
me.
you don't have bad luck. You keep pursuing women who have a whole spouse, a whole husband.
Or boyfriend or something, just unavailable.
Yeah, her and the husband left the group. I bet they did.
Are good to know. Because I think when you're in it, you kind of can't see the forest for the trees. But
that's it.
You know.
But then when you hear this,
recognize.
Then you're like, wait a minute, it wasn't just me. Or I didn't. Like, no, a lot of people miss these. And this is also why statistically more and more women are choosing to stay single.
Yeah.
Because if I got to navigate, first off, y'all know I would have been arrested. It's a few of these. That changing the station and laughing, you don't fuck with that laughing in me.
It's getting in it too quick. Like some of y'all,
we talk about this. Yes. We talk about this all the time.
And then when this stuff starts happening, this is it.
We maybe need to do a dating guideline, because we've done the breakup guide. We need to do a dating guide. I think that's an episode because that's what it is. Some of these, y'all are in it and lovey-dovey so quick, and you don't know
first
these
week
people.
This is your
child, y'all ain't been through one full season, and y'all talking about y'all in love. You don't know these people.
Go back and listen. We'll tag it. But there was we did an episode where they were saying, make some situations happen where you see how a person reacts. Like you see how they act when, something's unplanned, or you're in a stressful situation, or, these, you need to trigger some stuff.
Yes.
Because some of this would have come out.
Yes.
And when it does, believe it. Yes. Like Maya said the first time, don't explain it away. Don't say that, don't, like Natasha said, don't give second chances. This is who they are.
Because like the young lady who said, and then after we got married.
Right.
And guys, I won't
try not to judge.
Well, no, I won't. I'm not going to put my situation, and we don't judge. I won't put my situation out there, but I tell people this, and I will say this. I tell people, the thing that bothers you at the beginning that you tuck under the rug is the thing you divorce for. And I lived that. So I know for a fact and I co-parent well. My ex-husband and I say get along better than most people would imagine. But the reality is the reason we divorced was the same thing I tucked under the rug.
Yeah.
And it just got bigger, and it just got more invasive, and it just got worse
at the beginning.
Yes.
Just know
it's only going to get worse.
And people don't change.
Yeah.
They don't change.
Well, that's like she said about the accidental hurting.
Yeah.
Well, then, a few times later, I'm accidentally hurt. And what's dangerous with that is
purpose.
They don't have restraint, which is why you're accidentally hurting people. People die all the time from one wrong blow. This is not an uncommon thing. This happens. I knew someone who was pushed by she was married. It was not her husband. It was the sister's husband. Like basically pushed her, like, you don't know what you're like, was yelling, accidental. She hit her head on the back of the counter. She was in a coma and then she died.
Oh my God.
And of course, then the sister who attempted suicide, because it's like,
what do you do with that?
What do I do with that? So just don't give it room to grow. And the reason we do it, I'm going to take the bullet. We do it because we are afraid we won't get anyone else, or we won't get anything better. Alone. We're afraid to be alone.
But and what's for you is for you.
It's for you. And that is not for you.
Don't
Abuse is not for you.
Settle.
That's it.
And especially for mistreatment.
That's it.
You really don't have to settle for that.
And abuse is not for you. That's not for anyone.
Okay, let us be your wingman.
Ooh.
Okay, how about a DIY wine tasting?
You had me at wine.
I would suggest Trader Joe's, unless you just, if you guys are wine people and you don't mind spending, you can go wherever you want to go, wherever you get your wine.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
But if you're just starting out or you just don't want to spend a lot, Trader Joe's has an excellent selection.
And it's all inexpensive.
Of really inexpensive wine.
And they have the cheese and the chocolate and the other things that are going to, if you want to pair it, if you want to do some pairing.
All the things, which I would add a little simple charcuterie, because you don't need to be drinking and no
don't
food.
Have nothing.
And that's real easy. You don't have to prepare. It's just assembly.
Yeah.
Just do some cheese, some nuts, some fruit, and you got it. But and if it's just the two of y'all, I wouldn't do more than 3 wines, like maybe a red, a white, and a rosé, or
dessert wine,
or something,
dessert wine. If you want to do something a little different,
So just do 3. Now, if you have another couple or a group of folks you want to do, then you can do as much as you want. But that would be a fun night.
And guys, we'll have
get an Uber, or maybe get an Uber. You don't drive, no matter what.
Yeah,
but or if you have friends,
if you can do it at home,
maybe do neighbors.
Yes,
so people can walk.
Yes, they can walk over.
So don't drink and drive.
And I'll add a wine pairing to the link tree, so that'll just be a free download for y'all.
Oh yeah,
because that's
a fun, inexpensive, and there you go.
It's just me, y'all.
You're welcome.
It's just me, and I'm still going to buy at least 2 bottles and be like, let me try this.
Now, y'all let us know. We're hooking you up with these dates and stuff. Now,
and these have been economic friendly.
Been so good.
They have been.
They have been.
Wait, no, someone did, and I don't know if.
Don't say
I don't know if the person
has.
They ordered a book bouquet, and it's gorgeous. I forgot to show you.
Okay.
Yes. So someone ordered a book bouquet.
We'll post it. If we get a picture of it, we can.
Oh, and someone did your girl, the farmhouse flowers.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are so
I had one person do farmhouse flowers. You know who it is, but I can't say it.
So,
and then someone did the book bouquet. But the book bouquet, I don't know if the person received it yet.
Okay.
Because I knew it was. They ordered it and they were waiting. The one book they were waiting. It just released, so I don't know if they've got it yet. But they did one with 3 books, and it was cute.
Yeah.
It was really
y'all
cute.
Do some of these. Most of them are very inexpensive.
Yeah.
And
if you are a guy,
some ideas. Sometimes it's hard to think, even for us.
If you're a guy and you want to get some, take it from me. The DIY, if they like wine, especially the DIY wine tasting. How happy would you be if you came home and there's 3 wines, some little pairings, and the kitchen's clean? Child, it's just how do you want it? It's the effort. That's it.
It's
you say that all the time.
And you guys don't even have to be married or together like that, where you're cohabitating, but just the effort of somebody thinking it out
of something that would make your day better.
I did this is so wonderful. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. It's just really. I
don't have that in my life, but I swoon.
Yes,
I absolutely.
Somebody do this.
Swoon.
Let us know.
Hard wink. And please tell me what items you got at Trader Joe's, because that's my store. I love.
Next time we're in there, we'll take some
I'll make
pictures and
pictures.
Well, just to show to show y'all what's there.
I'll pick up.
They have a great, and they even have like an under 5. So they have under 5 section,
and most of their wine is $10.99 or less. The majority, and really, do they have any bottles over 20? I think I paid like $13.99, maybe.
Much over.
No,
they're just.
And you get it all: the chocolate, the crackers, the brie, and
if
everything.
you don't have a Trader Joe's in your area, your grocery stores have.
Yes.
So wine is easy to pick
wine
up.
is so accessible.
Just get you some.
Do it. Well, thank you all for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things.
Thanks,
Until
guys.
next time.